with probably Farnsworth, with Molly. I want these people to be able to eat. I went over to the center market just now, and wolnez was already inside. I did see him ride by. I was hoping it was not him. However, he did not scream at me. He did not shout at me. He did not threaten me. He did not harass me. He did not make any outward signs of aggression. He did not do anything that would make a person be afraid of his actions. He wasn't screaming and shouting, accusing me of doing things I didn't do. And he left. Obviously, I can't walk fast enough to get away from him, especially if he's on a bike. But as long as he's not fucking with me, there's a lot less issue. Anyway, like I said, I started recording because I came down for a coffee, and well, I opened the door and looked in the store, and lo and behold, there he was. He spray painted his bike a different color. It's gray now. I just gotta look at the bright side. He didn't try getting violent this time. He wasn't trying to hurt me. Wasn't chasing after me. Of course, I opened the door, I saw him, and I went the other way. That's the smart thing to do. Anyway, now that he's not here shopping, I'm going inside to do me my shopping. I'm getting me my damn coffee. I was trying to sleep. There's a gentleman who's been trying to help me out. Like with many people, he's got his own addictions. Alcohol is one of the scariest of the addictions. So although he's nice, I'm definitely terrified of the situation. He also, much like with Dallas Richmond, likes things very loud. He goes to sleep to as loud of whatever he's listening to as possible. And it ain't possible for me to sleep through that. I can't think through that. I can't function through that. All I needed to do for the last couple of days is to be able to sit down in a place, obviously other than the library, because there I've got stuff that I need the internet for. But when I don't need the internet, when I'm able to now take screenshots and pictures, I need to be able to sit down and do that, and I can't get any peace and quiet to even focus on it. It's just nonstop anxiety because of the noise. DJ Man typed hi, Vinny5922 typed hi, Evan Duffy typed hi, dude. Elena Batista typed hi, how was your day? Not very good, but I'm trying. There's something that Andrew Wolnez is learning now. Same thing that Robert Farnsworth learned. The same thing that Miss Molly learned. You don't fuck with me, you don't get filmed. Pretty easy. Once you've messed with me, yeah, I'm afraid of you doing that shit again, and I will make sure that I at least have the recording on when I see you. As long as you don't make any outward signs of aggressions and you leave me alone and completely fucking ignore me, I don't have any reason to point my goddamn camera at you. We got this person calling themselves Eclipse, typing some Espanolish type stuff. The chances of him being one of my trolls, just based on things he's typing, are pretty good. That doesn't guarantee it, however. My Spanish sucks. So let's talk about autism for a moment. Maybe even a few moments. There's something called too much noise. What's that? When it's too loud. For an autistic person, too loud doesn't necessarily mean the volume level. It could just mean the sheer quantity of stimuli in the surrounding environment. That includes the people in it. When you go to the festival, you're wowed by all the shiny and flashy lights. We're overwhelmed by it. You're in awe of all the people talking at once. We're overwhelmed by it. You enjoy the loud booming speakers and festival sounds, and it just drives us completely batshit fucking bonkers. I can't think through it. I need some peace and quiet. The other thing is, I'm called mentally ill because I'm different. Any woman who's ever been depressed knows what that feeling's like. Any of you who have ever grown up in a dysfunctional family, you know what that's like. The term mentally ill is 100% always a fucking insult. Always. It's worse than calling somebody the N-word. Much worse. Because what you're trying to do is use a word to discredit a victim. Or to make excuses for their predators. Similar to that woman who got a hold of me to tell me that when registered Nebraska sex offender Robert Franklin Mornick came out into the street to threaten to shoot me. And that's what he started off with. This is a man who is a registered pedophile in the state of Nebraska. Come out into the street to threaten my life because he heard a goddamn rumor. Same shit you get to hear here in Tillamook. And just like here in Tillamook, the police, every other goddamn place in America where a person can possibly be fucking homeless, the police are gonna be a bunch of goddamn douchebags. Nick Archer typed, I do beg your pardon. I am in your garden. Oh, well, that's cute. Eclipse type, what we talking about? Well, we're talking about systemic abuse. We're also talking about a guy that I just ran into at a convenience store who I have a protection order against and have court against. I'm also talking about how many of you guys need to be afraid. You need to be scared shitless of exactly this kind of situation that Wolnez is in right now. First of all, it's difficult for him to go to the places that he would like to go. If I happen to be there, he has to leave. If I come to the store here, just seeing him gives me the right to call the police and have him arrested. That's because I have a protection order against him. Now, what'll a woman do? Let me tell you about a guy named Tigger. That's not his real name. He was with a lady named Misty Potter, who's also on my channel, by the way. Tigger, there was a protection order against him by Misty Potter. He came down to Pearl Street to say hello to me and my older brother Eric. And while he was there, he didn't even see Misty Potter. He didn't even know she was there. she saw him, she called the cops. They showed up and they arrested him, and that's how quick it was. After breaking my windows, and I don't know who exactly did that. Wolnez rode by several times, yelling, ha 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 ha. And of course, chucking small rocks at my vehicle. Now that was about, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Since then, I've seen Andrew Wolnez ride by me repeatedly within minutes of a police interaction. The police didn't want to do anything about him. They just let him do whatever the hell he wanted over and over and over again. Without any repercussions, he continued. I went to the people who claimed to be my friends here, who said they'd help me to turn it in, and they just twiddled their thumbs. Eventually they were going to do something. Sure they were. But when you're an at-risk adult, you've got one chance to turn it in. That's immediately with a friend or family member. If you don't go in immediately with a friend or family member, and you just go in immediately by yourself, you get talked over and dismissed. Because of that, if your friend or family member wants to try it again, they encounter the roadblocks of these people not wanting to do their jobs, police officers not wanting to do their jobs, 911 operators not wanting to do their jobs, all of these different services that we're sent to. They don't want to do their jobs once they've already screwed up. With Andrew Wolnez, all 4 times that I've seen him, the last 4 times I've seen him, he has not done anything that would make me want to call the cops. He's not doing the same things he was before. His behavior is changing, thank goodness. Big ass type, where's your hair gone? It's gone to San Luis Obispo, California. Either that or San Jose de Rio Preto. Who knows where hair migrates when it migrates off of someone's head? There's poetry, there's books, there's guesses, mythology. I say it all fell out. Eclipse typed, what did he do for that protection order? He assaulted me repeatedly. Over and over and over again he assaulted me. Threw rocks at my vehicle, ran around telling people that I'm wanted for murder, that I'm a rapist, that I'm a pedophile, that he saw me doing drugs. Not okay. Very beginning of this video, I started it. Make sure I made mention. Yes, I saw him, and according to the protection order I have, I could have done what Misty Potter did. I saw him, call 911, have him picked up. Adrian Smith typed, hey, from Montreal, Canada. Hey Canada. Just so you know, there's a lot of your fellow countrymen and women who have taken part in the bullying over Natalie Bollinger. Like there's a woman in Nova Scotia wanted to threaten to cut off my balls and cut my throat and a bunch of other shit. But I don't take that out on every Canadian. 71% of my channel's viewers are in the United States, 10% of my channel's viewers are from the UK, 1% of my channel's viewers are from Canada. Eclipse typed, you sound somewhat depressed. I'm super depressed. I have no friends or family members to help me turn in the abuse. Meanwhile, Andrew Wolnez isn't the major problem. The major problem is the improper response of emergency responders, first responders, police. When you're a homeless person in the United States, especially a homeless male, there are no services to help you unless you're a felon or a drug addict. It's not a hate crime to take your shit out on a homeless person. It is a hate crime to take it out on a pedophile. Obviously, I'm not a pedophile, or I'd be protected from these sick shits. What I'm talking about is all the people who pretend that I must be a pedophile because they want me to be as an excuse to harm me. The ones who pretend that I'm wanted for murder as an excuse to harm me. Not okay. Someone typed, he just farted. Did y'all hear that? What do we do with that, feller? Get rid of the jokes. Hide user on this channel. Eclipse typed, what phone do you have? I don't know. Galaxy, I think. Travis Rogers typed, hey, what's up, man? Well, I'm trying to make sure that I document situations as they happen. There's a lot of women that I know who have used the courts to... Well, first, what they did is they broke up with a man. Whose fault it is or who broke up with who, I don't want to fucking hear that argument, and I don't care. But then she gets to manipulate the fact that she's a female, to manipulate the courts. And then some dude who didn't do anything wrong literally can't go anywhere outside of his house for fear of seeing this person. Like in Chapel, Nebraska. If you get a protection order against somebody in Chapel, Nebraska, you literally can't go anywhere in town without chance of seeing them. So the only option you have in that scenario is to actually move somewhere else. This is why it's so important to allow everyone their honest say and their honest day when it comes to court. Everybody should be allowed to face their accusers. And the courts shouldn't be lying to people. The police shouldn't be lying to people. They shouldn't be intentionally withholding evidence and intentionally withholding the information that the person being served papers needs to know. Eclipse type, being homeless in America is dangerous. Hope you're safe. Travis Rogers typed, especially for women. No, not especially for women. Women out here are pampered to the max. By comparison with the men out here, no, if you're a woman on the streets, you're choosing to stay out here. If you're a woman on the streets, you're turning down services because there's something on the streets that's more important to you. Most often it's drugs or alcohol, because many of the services, regardless of if you're a man or a woman, they're going to start you off in a little starter house, like a group home basically. And ain't nobody there going to tolerate your drunk ass. Ain't nobody going to tolerate your tweaking ass. Ain't nobody going to put up with that. So primarily the women that we have on the streets are either out on the streets because they turned in a man who beat on them and they couldn't pay the rent after that, or they got busted doing something real fucking stupid. Now, as far as what women have to go through out here, we're killed out here on the streets at almost an 11-to-1 ratio over women. That's a lot. How true is that? Well, that depends on which community you're in. The person most likely to be killed by the police, 96% of the time, it's a male. 61% of the time, it's a homeless person. 51% of the time, it's a disabled person. I happen to be all three of those. There's also, like 81% of those shot by police grew up in the system, foster care. Yeah, 81% of those incarcerated, foster care. When it comes to women on the streets, there's only one category that they're more likely to have to deal with, and that's sexual assault. Every single other crime is more likely to be committed against men. And the two deciding factors in the majority of those violent offenses against men are substance abuse and women's drama. When my friend Dino stabbed Brian Farmer and Brian Farmer and Jared Wallace to death, those two young men didn't need to be stabbed to death. Haley Smith just needed to leave Dino the fuck alone. Simple solution. Nobody there was adult enough for that solution. They were all enjoying the drama. They were enjoying the screaming and the shouting. Let's see. Orla Mason type keep safe. I don't have the option of that. Thanatos Requiem type police shouldn't have impunity from citizens. They don't. What gives them impunity is the fact that you don't care. You don't look at it. You don't speak up. You have more power than I do. We the people are mighty. See, that's the big secret to America, right? We work together. But are we really today? How about the world community? Does the world want to help the United States, or do we basically bully Great Britain and, all of our other allies into throwing a few troops together to go fight our wars? We bully everybody, even our own allies. Same as Great Britain did until the Great Fall in 1946. What happened in 1946? Well, a whole bunch of British colonies said, fuck you. We're not British. Someone calling himself Demon Hashira type hi. You must be into anime. Travis Rogers type Yatro. I didn't think of that. LOL. Someone calling themselves to Saudi Arabia type 55. Eclipse typed, I look at some of the other content you posted and people are out to get you. Duh. Sorry, that was rude of me to say it that way, but yeah, that's what I've been saying. They've been doing this stuff to me since 2016. First time anybody ever pushed me or shoved me or screamed and shouted at me. First day I was back in Boulder, Colorado. After leaving Virginia in 2016, that's right. While people pretend that I drove 1,700 miles to stalk Natalie Bollinger, no, I drove 1,700 miles to see her at her request. Her sister's request. I also drove 1,700 miles to get away from her in October of 2016. That's not how it was painted though, was it? Matthew typed, my Lord Allah sent me to this live. Well, whoever sent you here, it's probably an algorithm. If you want to call the Facebook or YouTube algorithms the name of your particular deity, fine, go ahead. YYG typed hello. Allah is truly amazing. He will save you from this. Matthew typed, he saved me. Prying, he will do the same to you. Jamie Peters typed, I'm new here, so what exactly can I do to help? Jason Tyson typed, I recently became a police informant. Very cute. Let's see. what's happening, be strong, and Allah will help you. Since this person keeps typing Allah will help, we're going to do what we do to the Christians who spam on doing the same thing. Bye-bye. One way that you can help is the people here who are typing about people being out to get me, actually being out to get me. I'm treated like I'm schizophrenic for saying it. People refuse to look at the evidence of the abuse. The police, places like TFCC, TCCHC, or TCHC, places like Northwest Senior and Disability Services, Adult Protective Services. Meanwhile, I'm stuck out here without even the most basic of necessities to do that. We're all required to do this over the internet now, right? So we got to have internet access. We got to have a phone that works. We got to have it be able to plug in. If we've got a bunch of evidence on a computer, we need to be able to go plug in that computer and do all that shit on the computer. It's overwhelming. NZ Things typed hello from New Zealand. Well, hello. I've been learning about New Zealand. Some of the stuff that I've been learning about New Zealand I use on my channel. No doubt, when you gotta make faces to get a point across or a particular emotion, sometimes you gotta pull from the haka, you know? Janice Vedla typed, hello from UK, Manchester. Like Manchester United? God, that rivalry, that violence. Serena Oldham's typed, can you say hi, Emily? Hello, Emily. Thanatos Requiem type, Virginia can help you if you are, or Veterans Assistance can help you if you are. I'm not a veteran, no. If you watch the evidence, though, what can I do to help? You can send it repeatedly to the police department here in Tillamook, the sheriff's department here in Tillamook, the state trooper's office. Write a letter to the state attorney generals, and most importantly, the Department of Justice and the FBI. Those are the two most important because this has been happening from one end of the country to the other. Let's see. NZ Things type nice. I have a channel showing New Zealand things. Well, I got a question for you. This is off topic, but what's the difference between Aroatroa and Eritrea? Are they the same place, or is it people pronouncing it different, or is it... I don't quite understand those two words. They look very similar. We got somebody asking about touching himself. We're going to hide user on this channel. Sin for me means something different than it does to you. It means safety in numbers. Something that my predators have down pat. They work together to fuck with me. And then they work together to play victim and say, oh, well, Sean should be locked up. He's a loose cannon. No, I'm a fucking victim of long-term abuse. NZ Things typed, the hawk will get you ramped up for sure. Right? Absolutely. Sometimes you got to do that to get heard. James Peters types, oh no, I don't do police. And that right there is why your voice doesn't matter. That's why you don't matter. And I don't mean to say it like that to sound rude, because I know it sounds rude, but it's absolutely not. It's the truth. Your voice only matters when you make it matter. Caden Potter typed, you'll get through it. Those are just pretty words, Caden. That's like saying a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. That doesn't stop abuse. Travis Rogers typed some religious bullshit. Thank you for your religious bullshit. If you're going to pray for somebody, pray for Amanda in Portland. She's pregnant, she's homeless, and she's trying. She's also another victim of Chris Stafford. Janice Velda typed, what you about? Another person typed, how old are you? Another person. NZ Things typed, differently pronounced. There's the white man way of saying it and the Maori way, correct way. Kimia JK, type what is your name? It's Sean David Schwartz. Someone is typing a bunch of all stuff. What do? I'd use her on this channel. Don't spam. Don't spam religious BS. Don't spam pretty memes. Let me tell you how it went with Molly. With Molly, she got recorded when she was beating on my vehicle, threatening me, trying to enlist others to harm me, like Andrew Wolnez did, repeatedly. Same thing with Robbie Farnsworth, over and over and over again. And as long as they kept it up, I recorded it. When they weren't messing with me, I didn't point the camera at them. There was no need to. But I make sure that I was recording just in case they did. When they left me alone and showed continued resilience in the face of their own ignorance and stupidity by continuing to leave me alone, I stopped needing to record when they're around. Robbie Farnsworth got off the drugs, cleaned himself up a bit. He's doing a lot better. Molly, she left. I don't know where she went. I don't care. She doesn't fuck with me anymore. Janice Valeda typed, so what you about? NZ Things typed, I'm white, Irish / Kiwi. Michaela Pavlov typed, are you 74? Carmine Rose typed, so confusion RN. Caden Potter typed, have you been to Australia? No, I haven't. I've never been outside the continental United States. Well, I was in an airplane over Canada twice. I went to a place called Eagle, Alaska, which is literally right across the Yukon River from Canada. So I was throwing rocks into Canada. Awesome Squad typed hi. NZ Things typed, I have Caden. It's a nice place with a lot of things to do and see. Thanatos Requiem typed, why can't I send super chat? Because I don't know how to do that. And because I'm not able to get into my YouTube channel to set up any of that without assistance getting back into my account. It's a pain in the ass and difficult to explain. doggedroman@gmail.com is my email address. If you send me a message there, then I will forward you a message from Natalie Bollinger from 2016 showing that we were friends. If you want to be able to send some money, you can send it to, hold on, I want to get this correct, cash.app/$ Dogged Roman. You might also find it under Sean Schwartz. They gave me $10 for setting it up, which is nice. That's the only $10 I've made at all this, but it's something, you know, it's a start. VANLLA type, can you say hi Scarlet? Yes, I can say hi Scarlet. Scalret, I guess. Caden Potter typed, I'm faux theory. Awesome Squad typed, what time is it there? It's fucking butt crack early. It's like 2 a.m. MZ Things typed, oh, I see my Aussie brother. Oh, go ahead, gentlemen. Still breathing, whining at my YouTube channel.
Hey, you don't have a weekend, like food stamps or anything to get decent by chance?
No, sir. I do have $1 to get a refill on coffee.
That's cool. Gotcha.
Yeah, I feel rich.
Yeah. More than I got.
Yeah. Be safe. Art collector. I might. Let me check.
What kind of soda you want?
I got 30 cents. Better than nothing. Let's see. Janice Vedla typed, "What's your favorite high?" Sobriety. I like being sober. I had the same chance as my friends and family had growing up. I could have chosen drugs and alcohol, or I could have chosen my loved ones. I chose my loved ones. Unfortunately for me, my loved ones chose their drugs and alcohol. It happens. Caden Potter typed, "Are you from New Zealand? NZ things?" Yes, NZ stands for New Zealand. Or do you mean originally? I probably shouldn't answer that person's question. NZ things typed, "You have to be monetized to get super chats." Yeah, Caden, Waikato NZ. Yeah, I don't have a monetized channel. This is for evidence. There's no reason to have a whole bunch of advertisements on here, and I don't know how to set it up. I also don't have any help setting it up. Caden Potter type, "Do you play games?" I used to, but with all of the abuse that I take and the amount of time that I have to record and the number of recordings that I got, I had to erase all the games from my computers and my phones to save evidence. Art collector type, "Do you play soccer or basketball?" No, I can't run, can't jump. Both are very painful activities for me. Alright, we got another troll on here after that. Hide user on this channel. Pretty easy. Jamie Peters typed, "I found this online." NZ things typed, "Where in the world are you? Dogged Roman, US. What state?" Oregon.
Yeah.
Awesome Squad
You
typed,
guys
"It's
need that cedar?
420."
Do you want you guys?
Yeah.
You? Oh, thank you, Bob.
Can I have one?
Jamie
How are you doing?
Peters
How you,
typed.
you're out kind of late, aren't you? Usually I thought you were night.
Well, there's a guy who's been helping me, but he drinks a lot and he listens to music really super loud, so I literally couldn't sleep. I had to take a walk and get my head straight. Couldn't think through it. So I figured I'd whiten up my YouTube channel about how shitty Tillamook is, especially the cops. On the bright side, there are a lot of nice people here. Unfortunately, the people who fucking hook me up and help me out and prevent the stupid shit from happening are all drug addicts out on the streets. The cops don't do shit for any of us.
You got any change?
No, I know. They're not arresting the bad people. The bad people keep taunting me with rapes.
Right?
That's all they keep doing. They don't care about me.
And they keep doing
Women
that.
don't care about me. They all think I'm ugly.
I think you're ugly, but you're better looking than I am.
No, I think you're beautiful. When I'm
Me
not.
too. 'Cause I am beautiful.
If I went on the other side of the world, bro, you don't even know. Those women would love the shit out of me. They would get, the Japanese women for sure.
Yeah, American women are considered some of the worst women in the world, and American men are considered some of the nicest people in the world, worldwide. Like, American guys go to other countries and people just eat them up because we're super nice.
That's where I'm going, and they're gonna be they're gonna love me. They're gonna give me a bath, wash my feet.
Well, that
Man,
sounds like a
Lord.
bit much. I wish I could wash my own feet. That would
I'm gonna
be
so
a
happy when I get
luxury.
there. I never have to deal with the United States ever again.
You got any change in the refill?
What?
Good pot.
Bro, do I look great?
I'm like,
Now, let's read this. Jamie Peters type, "People in Tillamook need to be aware of this man. He is dangerous. Look up the case Natalie Bollinger. No, he didn't kill her. However, he stoked her across the United States. At the time, she was 15 years. Really? Really? Natalie Bollinger and I became friends when she was an adult. 15 is not an adult. Nobody stalked her across the United States, especially not when she was 15. But we got cute motherfuckers like this, don't we? What do we do with Jamie Peters? Hide user on this channel. See, that's the wonderful thing about this YouTube channel. I get to play God. I get to play Emperor. I get to be the totalitarian dictator. Awesome Squad typed, "It's 420. Well, we say it a little bit different here. It's 4:19. Got a minute? Or
What time is it?
it looks like it is 2:29 a.m. Let's see. A bunch of extraneous typing that doesn't mean jack shit to me. Let's see. Jason Bender typed, Wisconsin would like to know, will you best friends with Charles Manson? Damn. Yep, every homeless man must be a stalker, must be a rapist, must be a murderer.
Is that right?
Apparently, especially here in Tillamook. Although, apparently, most of the world seems to think that way, except for third world countries where you're allowed to be broke.
It's safe there. It's safe on the other side. The world's not safe here. Hell's about to start. Hell's about to kick in gear. Kick in gear.
God, look how many murders and how many... Shit, look at just the fentanyl overdoses that happen here. How many people in the last month have been saved just by fucking Narcan? And then they got 3 overdoses a day happening here, you know? I mean, this place ain't even that big. Then I'm told that it's my fault that I get taken advantage of by drug addicts on the streets because I choose to hang out with them. I'm like, you guys send me to the service where that happens, first of all. And second of all, when fucked up shit happens, it's those drug addicts who are there doing something about it. It's not the police. It's not TFCC. It's not TCHC. It's not CARE. It's other homeless people. And even the ones on drugs are like, this shit's fucked up. Then there's me. I like sobriety. I drink caffeine. Smoke cigarettes. Like, I ain't got much in common with most of the folks out here. And then I find myself sticking up for a bunch of drug addicts. And then I find myself sticking up for a bunch of assholes in houses. Max Payne type, can you speak on the allegations of stalking a minor? I already did, and you're getting blocked from my channel. I'd use her on this channel. Bye-bye, dickhead.
Bye-bye, dickhead.
Yeah, pretty easy to do.
There's a lot of
JB,
dickheads in this
1987, Osorio type Q, showing it to you. Exactly, I have been showing it. Awesome squad type, what age is allowed to be on here? Well, if you're not at least 18 years of age, I highly recommend leaving. Janice Vedla typed, you got no empty houses for squatting? Oh, Jesus. Hey, guys, I got a question for you, for these assholes on the YouTube channel. What happens if you squat in a house here in Tillamook County?
It's yours. Dude, I'm going to go get number 12. Dude, we should go up to number 12 and claim it.
Holy shit. Right. They used to have that back in the late 1800s and even part of the early 1900s. The last homesteading ended in, I believe, 1956. And all those squatters' rights are acknowledged worldwide. They are not acknowledged by the United States government in any form. Some guy calling himself, let's see. Janice Vedla type, you got no empty houses for squatting or hostels like here in England where I am now. Is there a hostel here in Tillamook?
No. They don't really do nothing.
No.
Well, they take your money and send you to therapy after you get beaten up.
And they spread diseases.
That too.
Coronavirus. I swallowed quite a bit of the coronavirus to save the people.
Is that what happened to your face?
Yeah. Coronavirus is all over it. I could spray it out of my back if a bunch of people were attacking me.
Some guy wanting to call himself Tupac typed, homelessness is a choice. Sure. I'd use her on this channel. Fuck off, asshole. It's kind of like the guy who wants to tell a veteran out here ain't got no legs and he's only got part of an arm and they want to tell him he should go get a job. Like, fuck, dude's in a wheelchair. Can't even push himself out to the corner and you're going to tell him get a job. Jesus. Aiden typed, "You look very much like my father. I am so sorry for you. God, you must..." I don't want to call you ugly, but, you know, if you're one of my kids, you're not going to be pretty. On the bright side, I know where I've been. Zen Man typed, "Yo, Roman." Alright, Zen Man, are you one of the Xanax folks making jokes, or are you Jamie's son? Thanatos Requiem typed, "Yeah, last homeless shelter I was in had black mold in it." Zen Man typed, "He could get a job at the aquarium." What a dick. Welcome to my world. Janice Vedla typed, "Spent 2 years in 2 hostels, now live in shared house." TKD Halo typed, "Bro, interesting head." Zanman typed, "I don't know who Jamie is, big dog." Actually, I'm a little dog. Awesome Squad typed, "Bye." So, bye. Anyway, the situation with Andrew Wolnez, like I said, I saw him. I'm not going to do what many of the women that I know would do in this scenario, which is, hey, I got the temporary protection order. I'm just going to call the cops literally any time that I see him in passing, because that's a goddamn douchebag move. What I've been saying about Andrew Wolnez from the very start, the very same thing that I said about Robert Franklin Mornick, the same thing that I said about Robbie Farnsworth, the same thing that I said about Ted Bollinger and Tim Beeson. Don't assault them, don't threaten them. There's a way to do this, a right way to do this, and it requires working together. The other thing is, I'm gonna have to let this video end because I gotta head over to somebody's place. I got $1 to get a refill on coffee, so I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Janice Vedla typed, "Defo, I know if you want, you will found roof. If you want be outside, it's your choice." Alright, well, Janice Vedla's getting hidden from my channel for being a dick. That's a dick move.
Hey, bro, you don't have 20 cents to eat? So I can get a soda?
I gave him the last of my
Oh,
change.
did you? I was gonna try to get a soda.
I got $1 left for a refill on my coffee. That's it. Zanman type, "Dollar refill is a gift from God." TKD Halo type, "Bye, big head." What do we do with that guy? Hide user on this channel. Like I said, it's an autocratic dictatorship. You may be able to prevent me from speaking up elsewhere, but I can prevent you from being an asshole here. If anyone's gonna be an asshole on my channel, it's gonna be me. Yeah, uno momento, por favor. Don't forget to pick that up when you're done. I know I didn't have to tell you that. I just felt like being a bossy douchebag. Thank you, sir. Oops, sorry. Let me get out of the way. There's the drawers. Let's see. This dude gotta be a joke. Got phone time but can't get a room. Bitch, telephone. To get service on this goddamn thing, it's 35 fucking bucks a month for the cheap one. 55 bucks if I got service all month. Costs 800 goddamn dollars a month to get a goddamn room here. If you want to be a dick, you're a dick. Goodbye. I'd use her on this channel. Real quick to get rid of you. We also got folks here wanting to make jokes about prison pockets. What do we do with these bitches? I'd use her on this channel. I'd use her on this channel. You see how easy that is. Someone calling themselves creative girl type hi. Let's see. Archery. I do archery, or at least I used to. Let's see, this one's held for review. Someone typing, hey, sexy babe. Alright. MS Anthem pre-type no. I play croquet from time to time. Someone calling himself I typed, how can I donate money to you? Cash.app/$ dogged Roman. You can send some money to Cash App. Naki Weatherson typed, are you okay? No, I am certainly not. I have a lot of abuse that I go through, and that abuse cuts me off from basic resources. It also creates physical disabilities that cut me off from further resources. I get treated like I'm some sort of sicko pervert because a bunch of sicko perverts don't want to take the blame for their own actions. On the bright side, I speak up. Mints typed, may God bless you and your well-being and your financial situation. In Jesus' name, the Lord brings light. Sure he does. If one of y'all who's been on my channel and has seen the link, you can type it in the channel or in the chat down there for somebody to be able to try to utilize it, because I don't have the ability to type anything in chat. I've been trying. It just gives me options of who I can see in chat. Somebody on here wants to type, oh baby, what's wrong? Well, that's condescending as fuck, isn't it? Oh, Jesus, did I not get my lighter back from that guy? I did. This person calling himself I typed, write it on a piece of paper.
You know which way that went?
No clue.
My flashlight.
I'd use her on this channel. It's cash.app/$DOGGEDROMAN. If somebody could type that in chat for this feller, that'd be great. If not, so goes life. More so, I need somebody to advocate for me, which means to look at evidence and speak up immediately. God damn, I told those guys to clean up their fucking mess. Why they gotta do that? That makes it look bad for all of us when they leave this stuff out here.
I know, it's fucked up. Yeah, you don't have any extra in there. Part of the cigarette.
I might have one left. Let me see.
Did Ted throw that shit on the ground?
Yeah, you want to help me clean it up real quick?
Yeah, fucking corn dog. If it's fucking still warm, I'll fucking eat it.
Right. Well, it looks kind of nasty and
Go
grody
ahead,
to
man.
me. Here you go.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why you do that.
Art collector typed, is this correct at Dogged Roman? Yes, it is. MS Anthropy typed out the Cash App thing. Well, I can't see the Cash App thing that you typed out. Let me see. I don't know why it doesn't work. It's cash, CASH dot APP / Dogged Roman. The way that she typed Dogged Roman. DOGGEDROMAN. MS Anthropy typed under Janelle's comment. And Art Collector retracted the message. I don't understand why. That's a way for people to read it. I typed, no, she didn't. MS Anthropy typed under Janelle's comment. Well, I can't see it and nobody else can. MS Anthropy. That was kind of like the last thing you typed. We couldn't see either. If you put a couple of spaces in it, that might not register it as a address, and people might be able to type it out without the spaces and make it work. Anyway, I'm headed back to a very, very noisy household, and I won't be able to sleep there. That's the thing about people having great ideas, sure, but in this situation, it doesn't help. If you tell somebody they can crash on a bed or a couch for the night, but you're ghetto blasting music all night, they're not going to be able to sleep. When they got something important to do tomorrow and you've been drinking a bit and you want to insist they stay there, you want to insist they stick around, you tell them, hey, you know, I don't have nobody to talk to, and then the first thing you do is pass out. It's a pain in the ass for me. Someone calling himself God boring, gotta go. People who want to type about drugs, hide user on this channel. Brag about it, you can definitely leave. Repeating, what are they doing? Getting blocked from my channel. Caden Potter typed, I don't believe in him as a guy in the clouds. I believe when he did come a part of the trees, the ground, and ecosystem. I don't know what none of that is. And then he retracted the message. We got another person typing a bunch of bullshit on here. Hide user on this channel. Pretty easy to do, right? Anyway, it's 10 times harder to do this shit from the streets. But you guys don't care about that. Your opinions are what matters. He calling himself master. Well, let us kick this person off the channel. Yep, you're on this channel. Now, how many of y'all actually care about music? We need to allow them to show up to court, not prevent them from doing so. We need to allow them to face their accusers, not preventing them from doing so. We need to allow them to turn in their predators, not prevent them from doing so. Someone calling himself Matthew, so how do I care? Well, you don't. And since you're just gonna type on see that most of the people who come to my channel are trolls. I'm not here for the trolls, as if that actually exists. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and your sister's keeper too, and no victim left behind.